Well, she's not sure if she's going to be at the Governor's Cup, but she can't wait to be back to tennis because she hasn't really been training after that incident. Remember, we reported on this program where the mother was actually shot dead by a police officer, and after that incident, it's really been difficult for Beauty, but it's for Angel. But it's a good one that, well, Nigerian Tennis Federation is taking it upon themselves to actually ensure that she will continue her tennis career, which is really a huge one coming from the federation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now she's one to watch out for. She's a junior champion already. A national junior champion.
Good to see. Yeah.
How old is she? 13?
13.
So she still has a long
great
way
future,
to go.
yeah,
She's
a long
got
way.
Great future, you know. She's got a great career ahead of her. Hopefully, these arrangements by the federation actually helps her, you know, achieve her dreams of being a top professional tennis player.
Yeah, definitely.
Should be an interesting one. All right, let's move over now for the Capital One Cup in the world of football. Definitely, yes, interesting games played yesterday. And yes, the talking point, guys, definitely should be Kelechi Iheanacho.
Okay, what?
Yes.
What?
Now just take it.
Okay, Kelechi Iheanacho scored in the 80th minute. Of course, Manchester City beat Hull City 4 goals to 1. So I expected that result. Yes, I expected it and all that. That's the Capital One result. There you have it. Everton beating Middlesbrough by 2 goals to 0. Stoke City and Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. Stoke City, Osaze Odemwingie was not in action.
Middlesbrough because of their heroics at Manchester United, you know, in the last game. I thought they were going to go all the way, you know. You beat Man United and you want to take the chance. Yeah. And
do you think it's every team that just look at you and say, okay, come get the result? No way. Everton know what they're actually looking for. So the trophy right now is for Manchester City to lose. That's the way it is.
Yeah, we saw some great goals in that Everton-Middlesbrough game. Delafo from the Barcelona guy that's on loan at Everton was really impressive in that one, and Romelu Lukaku was on the scored as well in that one. But going back to Manchester City,
Kelechi Iheanacho.
Now, seriously, you know, we've been talking about him for a while now on the show.
Exactly.
About playing for Manchester City, how good is it for his career? For me, I told Cecilia he's on the right track. You know, he doesn't have to start all the games, but whenever he comes in,
he takes the opportunity, and he does that, you know, very often.
He scores, he provides assists. You know, that was the second goal in the Capital One Cup, and he's got 2 assists in the tournaments as well. So he's on the right track for me. His career can only get better.
On the right track to get the first trophy at Man City, I think.
Exactly, and he wants to start winning trophies as well too. He brings that, you know, that winning mentality back to the Super Eagles. He's tasting trophies already. When it comes to the Super Eagles, he's going to be dreaming of winning trophies for the national team as well. So it's a good one for Iheanacho all around.
And of course, there's still one more game that should be played. Tonight. That should be Liverpool taking on Southampton. So let's see how the Reds will get past Southampton in that one. Should be an interesting game.
They should get past them because Liverpool and Manchester City.
You never know. Capital One Cup is a different ball game.
That might just meet in the final of Capital One Cup. But my money would definitely be on Manchester City to win the trophy.
It ended in a draw, in the Premier League.
I listened to Ronald Koeman, you know, before the game, and he said, they know they can't win the Premier League. They go into the season knowing they can win 2 cups, the FA Cup and the Carling Cup.
I love that.
And so they will be going full throttle in this particular match against Liverpool. So it's not a gimme for Liverpool at all.
Okay, and Brendan
Jurgen
Klopp. Brendan Rodgers, I think I'm missing you actually. For Jurgen Klopp, for you, I mean, get this trophy, and of course, definitely the players and the coaches, the management staff would definitely be happy with Liverpool because right now this season, since he came, they've been playing very, very well. If they can also win if they cannot win the league, which is going to be difficult, of finishing in top 4, definitely Capital One Cup is a place to be.
Surely that represents success.
So Manchester City can just relinquish it.
Yeah, but you just said now that. But you just said the trophy is Man City is to lose.
Yes, because they're good. They're good. Yeah, Manchester City definitely are the favorites to win this trophy, and the way they're playing and the way they won't even. I mean, they have the squad. You know, you have a team who can decide to bench some key players and still have other ones coming from the bench and scoring. So that's the way it is. There are some clubs who will do that.
And it's going to affect your performance.
Yes, of course.
It's not the
you
same
will lose.
Manchester City.
I hope Liverpool won't do that. Anyway, it's still sports this morning. Let's just catch our breath for a moment or two, and definitely when we come back, the show will continue. Yes. All right, welcome back from that one. Yes, the under-23 team there taking on the Malians. 3-2 it finished, of course. we're hoping for a big game today against Egypt. Well, let's now welcome Shola Rogers, a sports journalist who joins us on the show, of course, to take a look at some of the things we've been talking about, especially the under-23 team as they battle to face the junior affairs, and it's all about the ticket for the semi-finals. Great to have you on the show.
It's always a pleasure to be here, guys.
Exactly. We're delighted to have you as well.
All right, really today I'm a little bit afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, based on our second half performance against
the free goals we gifted out.
The two goals.
Two goals actually.
But the coach
I said the
Free
goals.
free gift.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was a game of two halves. If you take a look at that game, first half we came out guns blazing. You know, before you know it, Gino Ajayi, you know, I followed Gino Ajayi from 36 Lion all the way to 3SC.
3SC, of course.
And then again, you know, CS Faxen and all of that, he's doing very well. And when I saw him line up Ajayi and Awoniyi, I said, this guy needs goals. And we got the goals. Now, it was an off day for Awoniyi, but thank God that Ajayi came to the party. Second half, we should have just come out to kill the game.
Exactly.
You know, and it looked like we were not really looking at the Olympics as the target.
Maybe they thought they had killed the game in the first half, so the second half they just, you know, let's just come in and...
All we needed was one more goal to dampen their morale.
Exactly.
But as soon as they got the penalty, they got the goal, they came at us.
Surge.
I sat on the edge. Now I understand what it means by, you know, that it was nail biting. All my nails are gone, you know. I was afraid. I'm like, this is not the kind of team that we want to see. If you mix that with what the under-17 did, we need to have a team that does not bow to pressure whatsoever.
And they completely did. They
Yeah,
and that's
but
what they
for
did.
me, I think it was just a lapse in concentration. It can happen sometimes when you're leading by
It can
three goals.
happen. It can happen.
Three goals. These guys don't have any motivation to come back at us in the second
so
half. Come
it's-
on.
Now,
Okay, it can happen in 45 minutes. Please continue.
on the plus side, we held on to the last second and he ended 3-2. So I'm happy that we have 3 points. Very, very, very important 3 points. In this kind of tournament, you must win your first game. You must win your first. We've done that now. Now we're going to play a very, very tough game today against Egypt.
All right.
It's gonna
Let's
be
look
tough.
at the papers.
Very tough.
Okay, it will be it will be tough, really. Let's now go straight to the camp of the under-23 team now, and the media officer of the team, that's Timi Ibikagboro, joins us live to fill us in on how the players are getting ready for this crucial game. Welcome to the show, Ibikagboro.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes, we also have Cecilia Omorugbe and of course Star Salam. They're also welcoming you as well.
Thank you. Welcome.
All right, let's start off quickly. Tell us about the players' preparation so far as Nigeria take on Egypt today. Well, they narrowly edged past Mali in the first game. We all saw it. What should fans be expecting this time around?
Well, Nigerians will expect a game that can improve the dream team, the performance. The coach has seen what we did in the first game, and like he told the boys, they were lucky. He doesn't want them to be lucky a second time. He wants them to go and end their victory. And so he's been working on so many parts of the game. And I think Nigerians will see an improved dream team every day.
Okay. Any injury worries in camp at the moment?
So what?
Is there any injury worries in camp?
Can you hear you, please?
Is there any injury worries in camp?
No injury worries. All players are strong. All players have been training full blast. We have a full team, and no injury worries.
Now, after that game, after the game against Mali, you know, Nigerians were not really happy with what happened at the result because conceding 2 goals. What do you think the coach should tell the boys this time around? We've already read in the papers he's saying that no free goals anymore.
Well, I don't know when people say Nigerians were not really happy. I mean, Nigerians realize that this is the first game they boys are playing. No first game in the competition is easy. They should first commend the boys for what the boys have done by picking 3 points. The issue of Nigerians not being happy does not come here now. The boys didn't come here to come and play the way they played. They come here to come and make themselves proud, make Nigerians proud. So Nigerians should be proud and happy that the boys picked 3 points. If that not, what would have happened? Well, yes, we have the right to not to express. I mean, it was a game of 2 halves. The first half we played very well. The second half we let him go. So the issue of not being happy or not, I mean, they should realize that these boys too are not also happy with what they're doing. They should be encouraged. You know. So
Well,
the
no.
boys know what at stake, and they want to go out and do what's good for Nigeria.
Okay, well, I think what we want to know is that what has Siasia done, to prevent that kind of lapse in concentration that we witnessed against Mali in the first game? What has it done differently in training?
Hello?
What is he going to do differently, in training for we to ensure that, well, against Egypt, Nigerians definitely not, the players definitely don't give away some of the goals and all that, like we saw in the second half against Mali?
Well, I think the game is just barely some hours away. Nigerians should just sit back, relax, and see what the team has done in training. They've done differently that will make them get the result against Egypt. No game is easy. For the team, they know that if they get the victory today, as good as entering the semi-finals, which is also their target here. And so they want to get that ticket so that their last game against Algeria becomes less stressful. And so Nigerians should be patient and see what the team is going to offer.
All right, we've heard the talk that the junior pharaohs of Egypt, most of the players there, most of them should be hoping to become or form the nucleus, of the senior national team. So in a way, it appears that we are taking the national team of the Egyptians rather. So psychologically, what should the coach be telling the players, going into this game to ensure that they don't get too carried away by some of the players, the Egyptians?
Well, like the coach always says, it's not bothered about what the teams are bringing for him. It's bothered about what his team will bring on the table. And for him, he's told the boys, it's just, when you get there, it's just 11 players on the field of play, 2 legs, 2 hands, 1 head, 2 players on the field of play, go and do your best. Names don't play football. What plays football is what you can offer. And as far as it's concerned, he has a team that can beat the Egyptians and pick a ticket for the semi-finals. And that's what we're budgeting about. So I think for now, we should not budget about it's not bothered about what names that bring up around. We played a Malian side that brought in 10 professional players. They started the first 7 professional sides that first half, and then they brought in 2 in the second half. And of course, we just brought in 3 professionals. So if it's about names, I mean, the Malians would have won us way far off. But what we're going to offer, and we'll check our chances as they came. So for now, we're not bothered about names. Like, the Egyptians should be afraid of Nigeria, but Nigerians are afraid of the Egyptians.
All right, so much from the team's media officer. Thank you so much, Timi Ebikagboro, for spending time with us on the show, and we do hope to see a great game from the squad, and of course the much needed 3 points to qualify for the semis. But thank you so much for joining us.